Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, welcome to another episode. Now, we brought this story a day or two ago and we basically brought everyone up to speed on what transpired, at least what was reported. It's everything that happened. Obviously, we had our critical thinking hat on and we were eventually going to get to it, but before we had to take a minute and basically just report what was said in the different news articles as well as on the different news platforms. Now that the dust has settled a little bit, we're going to dig into it a little bit deeper, because there are aspects of the story that was reported that doesn't really add up. And you know what they say, dead man tell no tales, and also that there are three sides to every story. In this situation, there may probably be four, but we'll only be able to hear two of those sides, because obviously Golson won't be able to share his. But based on the information that was presented and what was shared, I'm pretty sure most of you will be able to form your own opinions, and that's what we're here for. We're here to present you with the facts as they were presented and as objective as possible, and then we turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers, to make of it what you wish. Before I go any further, however, remember, smash the like button and subscribe to Halftime TV if you have not yet done so. We are on our quest to 50,000 subscribers, and hopefully with your help, we will be able to get that done by the end of March. So let's get going. Tell a friend, subscribe to Halftime TV, and keep on commenting on those videos. Keep on sharing your opinions below. I'm seeing them, I'm responding to as much as I possibly can, and I'm enjoying the conversations that we're having. Very insightful conversations, might I add. So let's keep those going. Anyway, who is Denita Jackson? Now, you've seen the mugshot, but it didn't start there. Who is she? Where is she from? What is her story? And I know oftentimes with situations like these, you want to paint the picture of the culprit. You want to paint the picture of the person being a criminal and all of that. And that's what news or popular media does. Paints the picture that, okay, this is the criminal, this is the victim. So you see Golson basically looking like a schoolboy, and you see Denita Jackson, her picture is mugshot in, what is it, a green jumpsuit? Yeah. But it didn't start there for Denita. As a matter of fact, in May 2025, she posted this to her Instagram. I stand here today not by chance, but as a result of countless hours of hard work and unwavering dedication. Thinking back to those late nights, the early morning practices, and the times when I pushed myself beyond what I thought possible. It was in those moments that I forged the resilience and determination that defined me today. I am proud to graduate with bachelor's in biology and minor in chemistry, and also graduated with cum laude, so cum laude with honors. So April 2019, I am filled with gratitude for the continuous support of my parents, family, and friends throughout my college years. I am grateful and happy to have made my parents and family proud. Dr. Jackson in the making. So, this is the human side of Denita Jackson. And I'm not saying she is a victim. I'm not saying she's not a victim. I'll leave that decision to you, the viewers and subscribers. But what I will be doing now, I'll be delving into the facts as they were presented. And then, as I said, we'll make of it what we want. She's been charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action. The reason she's charged with second-degree murder and not first-degree murder is, in my opinion, primarily based on her statement. So based on what she said to the police, it points to her actions being unpremeditated. So it's not a situation where she planned out everything and she went there and executed on her plan. At least that's what it seems based on her statement. However, I have a few questions and I have a few qualms with that, because here's how this story transpired. Denita Jackson left for work in the evening, right? She left for work Sunday evening, about Sunday evening, she left Golson at her residence, and she indicated that they were in a relationship, toxic relationship, them fight regular. She stated that the last argument that they had was about cologne that had gone missing from her room. She also stated that she suspected that Golson was having an affair with one of her roommates. Now, I wanted to pay keen attention to those key facts because they will come in very handy as we continue to break this down. She left for work. She said that she didn't feel well at work, and as a result, she left from work a little bit early. So Monday, at about 1 a.m., she got home. Remember, Sunday evening, she left Ghost in her residence. She left him at her place. Went to work, didn't feel well, according to her, didn't feel well, so she left and she went back home. When she got home, she heard chatter in her roommate's room. 1 a.m., she heard chatter in there. She decided, hey, I'm going to use a hair clip and I'm going to pick the lock. And I'm going to go in there. So she picked the lock, go in, jump on Golson, grab the cologne. She said, according to her statement, she grabbed the cologne and she grabbed him as well. Mind you, she didn't lay hand on him all no. She no state say she lick him, she no state say she kick him, she no slap him, nothing. She jumped on him unarmed and she grabbed him. Golson kicked her in the stomach, according to her. No, he, having kicked her in the stomach, he jumped on her and basically was choking her. Then conveniently, she sees a knife under her housemate's bed, and she grabs the knife, stab him in the back. So she's laying flat on her back, reaches around, stab him in the back, realize that he wasn't budging, still choking her. So then she stabs him in the chest and ease him off basically and call 911. No, here are the holes in the statement. First and foremost, you said you suspected that he was having an affair with your roommate. You suspected he was having an affair with your roommate, and yet you leave him in your house, in your room, and you go work knowing that your roommate is next door. Here is my assessment of the situation. I think she planned it out perfectly. She set everything up perfectly. She left him there on purpose, knowing that he would go over by the roommate, because whether it's someone else that told her that that's how he operates or that's his routine, whenever she leaves him there, he goes over to the roommate's place, whatever it is. But she anticipated that this was going to happen. She planned it out. She came back. I don't even think the door was locked. I think she just opened the door, jumped in there with the knife. And that's the key part I want to add as it relates to my opinion. Remember, these are all my opinions. She jumped in there with a knife. And as a result, Golson kicked her. So the kicking part may very well be true, because if somebody rushes you with a knife or someone attacks you with a knife, you're going to defend yourself. Maybe the knife fell or something, he jumped on her. If he was choking her and she stabbed him a couple times, right? Or she probably even stabbed him before he even get to the ground. And maybe the stabbing happened before he started choking her and then he collapsed on top of her. But all of that to say, I think she planned everything perfectly, down to the T, and then she got her statement together. Probably she even had the statement prepared before, because she determined, say, hey, how you do this with my roommate? Or who knows? I've seen folks in my comment section saying they were separated. So maybe it's even a case where they were separated and she didn't move on, because he was too close to home, both literally and figuratively. Too close to home, literally next door. Right? I think Denita Jackson, she orchestrated everything. She masterminded a plan and she executed on that plan. And second-degree murder, for now, I think the cops will see through it. I think they'll see through it. Because if I'm here sitting on my couch and all my viewers and subscribers in the comment section below, if they're seeing through it, then I think the detectives and the well-trained professionals who make a living from doing things like these, I think they'll see through it as well. And Dr. Jackson in the making will have to wrap everything up from behind bars for longer than she had initially anticipated. She planned that she was going to kill him, and she did just that. Now, as far as Jackson goes and as far as the victim card goes, her entire statement paints her as the victim. Her entire statement paints her as the victim. So initially, he was having an affair with the roommate or the housemate. He stole from her. He kicked her in the stomach. He was choking her. You hear that? He was having an affair with the housemate. He stole from her. He was choking her and he kicked her. That was four separate instances where she painted herself as the victim. At no point did she say what she did. She said she picked the lock, I'm going there, fine. But she didn't tell you anything that pointed to her as the initiator of the violence. Because to be honest, if your girlfriend attacks you and it's only her, you're just gonna grab her and hold her and tell her calm down if she catches you in a situation. So I think her running in the room and grabbing him does not warrant a kick in the stomach to the ground. Unless that's a sort of relationship they have. I don't know. Again, we'll never know. Because it's her story really against who? The roommate story? Golson's story, he doesn't have a story. So it's over to the detectives to determine how this one played out. And I'm sure they indicated that there were scratch marks to indicate that they were in a scuffle. But beyond that, nothing really. But as I said, the victim card is being played in this statement that Denita Jackson shared with the authorities. And in my opinion, this is a load of it. This is I can't even say it. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. It's not making sense. And in my opinion, I think everything was premeditated. She planned it and she executed on her plan. And in the end, she had a statement, something from a Lifetime movie really. She had a statement to back up the plan that she had executed on. But that's my opinion, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. What says you? What are your thoughts? Am I thinking too deep about this? Am I going overboard? Or is there some sense to what I'm saying? Is there some sense to what I am picking from this particular story? Let's hear it. Let's have the conversation. And again, I reiterate, if it's not working out, people, please, 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 I'm begging you, walk away. All right? Until next time.